Okay, guys, I'm in a little bit of a hurry. So let's get the phone charging. I've got your comments here. So thanks for coming over to Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. In case you haven't been following us this morning, we did a really good live, how can I say it? Discussing Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Discussing a YouTube channel, EP Fan Archive. I think we had a bit of a result over there because ultimately we're just trying to defend Elvis and Lisa. Then we did a part 2 where we read Billy Stanley's book, The Faith of Elvis. We read chapter 12, which I thought was great, and we had some little bit of inside information that was told us directly from Billy Stanley to do with where the skinny dipping thing happened with Priscilla Presley. So if you want to go over and watch chapter 12 being read, please go over. I'm just going to very quickly, very quickly put, here we go. Right. Just want to plonk that on there. So how's the diet been going, guys? What did you eat? Have any of you eaten today? Content. Right, let's just quickly get it on there. Otherwise, people don't know what we've done, so I have to just quickly let them know that we've read chapter 12 of The Faith of Elvis. Put a quick screen thing on there. Please don't look chapter 12. Right, and then what we do, I always share it to Defending Elvis, to the Facebook page, and to Billy Stanley's Facebook page, Only Elvis. So, okay. Just so that people that are waking up now, because obviously there's many people that are just waking up. Yeah, so they wake up, they're looking for what we've done. So I like to have it all there posted for them. It's pretty addictive stuff, isn't it? Watching these live streams is pretty addictive, you know, because we're a family. And a lot of people wake up and then one of the first things they want to do is catch up with the videos. Right, okay, we've done it. So, oh, hi, Karen. Okay, let me get a video up. Let's put up Dr. Ken Berry questions and answers. Dr. Ken Berry. Okay, so what I do, I always go to the lives. No, that's not the one. Let's go to Dr. Ken Berry's thing first. Let me get you guys up so I can see the comments. All right, yeah, you will get a bit of buffering, guys, but you know, I really don't like to start restarting everything because it's a very slow process. I don't have the time for it, so we're just gonna have to see how it goes. Let's have a look. So we've got Dr. Ken Berry. Let's get on his videos. So he has got 3.46 million subscribers, which is just wow. Like, obviously, I keep telling you guys, he is saving tens of thousands of lives every day. I mean, below who Nisha is. We'll go back a little bit. Now, Nisha is his wife. She's stunning. And Nisha has her own channel that does recipes, that also discusses carnivore diet, keto diet, and much more. She's a registered nurse. She's very, very interesting. Fun to watch. She's had a tough time, guys. She's had some problems with trolls. Big time. There's even a story about their obviously, Dr. Ken Berry had his own doctor's surgery, and it was burnt down by a hater. His doctor, alongside, I'm just making sure I've got my facts right. Dr. Ken Berry had a doctor's surgery, his own practice, and it was burnt down, and it turned out to be a hater, and these two people are now in prison. So these guys have had a hard time. The thing I've learned, oh, thanks, Pat. The thing I've learned is that big YouTube channels get bullied. In fact, I'm only a small YouTube channel. I get bullied. Us YouTubers, we get bullied. We get trolls. We get people turning on us for almost no reason. So it's a shame, but it's part of YouTube. I accept that we are going to fall out with someone almost every week, and for doing nothing wrong. This is what I've learned about YouTube. You will fall out with someone every week when you've done nothing wrong, and they hate you. They don't just fall out with you, they hate you, and they go round to different channels and Facebook, etc., hating on you for nothing. We've had a recent example yesterday, just because I wouldn't cover the topic they wanted. It doesn't make sense, but it's part of YouTube. So I think it was Linda that said to me, oh my God, why do we have these problems? It's part of YouTube, guys. We have to get used to it. We have to get thick-skinned, and we just have to accept that we will be picked on as YouTubers, as Team Elvis. It's going to happen. I accept it. I move on. I fight on. I never give up. Never give up. So I don't know what's going to be said on this. So don't forget Dr. Ken Berry. So I could do with eating something. Yeah, so you're hungry. Now, I just, I'm on a diet. I've gone back to 2 meals a day. My weight did drop to 11.5 yesterday morning. But I had, last night I had a kebab. Today I'm 11.6. So my diet isn't really happening. But I am slim, guys. 11.6 is a low weight for me. I'm slim, yeah? I've got a small bit of a tummy, not much. I want to be 11 stone. 11 stone, but my body does seem to be hanging in there at 11.5, 11.6. It wants to stay there. I'm not going to reduce what I eat. I have a small meal at lunchtime. Today it will be lamb and chicken. Tonight I will have lamb ribs with pork bellies. Obviously I have tea and coffee. So at the moment, my weight is holding at 11.6. It doesn't seem to be coming off like I was hoping, but I'm very healthy. I feel great. I think maybe when the weather warms up a bit and we're out more often, so I'm not sat down as much making so many lives, because obviously when you sit down for hours doing lives, you're not exercising, you're not walking, you're not moving about. That can make, my wife says, me being sat down a lot doing lives is causing me to put on weight. So it's true. I'm using less calories. So they say lemon helps. Yeah, so Karen, what I do, if I'm really hungry, I'll have a butter coffee or I'll swig half a pint of water. Dr. Ken Berry says, Karen, this is a tip for you. Dr. Ken Berry said, if you get a blob of salt, good quality salt, put it on your tongue, it reduces hunger. Do you want to try it? Karen, you want to try that? You get some salt on your finger, put it on your tongue, and hunger goes away. Dr. Ken Berry said that. I might even try it myself. Right, let's listen to what they've got to say, guys. Let me just turn the volume up.
Worry about calories. Your body will take care of how much food you need to eat. Your hunger.
Oh, this is interesting.
0.5% with these numbers.
Right, this is interesting, guys, because this is my worry, and that is I reduced the amount I was eating, but I didn't lose weight. I lost 3 pounds initially, but then it stalled. I stayed the same weight for 4 days. I couldn't understand how eating less, but I was doing a lot of exercise as well. So I was doing a lot of walks, running, weightlifting, and my weight just stayed at 11.6. Now, this is what I did. I reintroduced a second meal at lunchtime because I was only eating once a day, yeah? And the next day I lost weight. I went down to 11.5. So it's a bit crazy, isn't it? It's a bit up and down. You don't know what to expect. So let's now listen to what Dr. Ken Berry says about how your body is with eating, with calories, etc. Let's have a listen.
The average 27-year-old, their fasting insulin's probably 25 to 35. Their A1C is probably starting to creep up at 5.7, and their fasting blood sugar is probably 120, 130.
Also, I would guess that most 27-year-olds aren't even thinking of getting these labs checked, so they have no idea what their numbers are. So
you're way ahead of the curve, way better than your peers, and that makes you, Giles, a winner.
Richie has a question.
Right, 1 second. So remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not medically trained. I'm not giving you medical advice. You must, every decision you make is your decision, and you must always consult your doctor, okay? I'm just chatting, yeah, for entertainment purposes. So, Citalopram, sold under the brand name Celexa. So it is a prescription antidepressant that belongs to the selective serotonin. So it's for minor depression. So it's for depression. So, is that Karen? Is that what you're taking? Yeah. Let me just speak to Karen. Karen, can't you just ask your doctor if you can reduce the dose? Because it doesn't. I don't think you need it now. Now you're on carnivore, your anxiety and your depression will reduce. So could you, Carolyn? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you. Could you ask your doctor if you can start reducing the amount you're taking of this? Yeah, but Karen, could you ask your doctor if you could reduce? Because I know that carnivore diet and keto can stop people having panic attacks. It can completely stop them. So I'm not telling, don't come off it. Just consult your doctor and ask if you can reduce the amount you're taking. That is, I think, that's probably the way I would go. Always go through your doctor. Always. I'm not a doctor. I'm not medically trained. You must ask your doctor. That's my advice. So you work in, Elizabeth, you work in medication. A lot of people take it, but it doesn't mean it's good for you. Remember, a lot of these tablets are addictive and have side effects and have long-term negative effects. So we have to be careful what we're taking, guys. Yes. I think you can steadily come off it through your doctor's advice, yeah?
It's good. I don't want to miss this. Should I force myself to eat more if I'm comfortably stuffed on carnivore, but consistently in a large calorie deficit?
So remember, guys, this is important. I mean, I don't think I was on a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit basically means you're, how can I say it? You're under eating. So you're burning more calories than you're eating. So you're going to lose weight when you're doing that. Let's hear what they have to say.
Don't worry about calories. Your body will take care of how much food you need to eat. Your hunger cues and your satiety cues will change as you go down this journey to better health.
So let me jump in on that. Now, it's well known that when you start eating fatty meat and eggs, a bit of salt, that you are much less hungry, 100%. And I would say the more fat you eat, the less hungry you feel. But we still get hunger cravings, guys. Like, I'm a little bit hungry now, but the last time I ate, so it's nearly 1 p.m. in England. I ate last night at 7 p.m. So I haven't eaten for, what, I don't know, 18 hours, yeah? 17 hours. I'm a little bit hungry, not much. So we do still get hunger cravings, guys, even though they do reduce. Because when you eat fatty meat and eggs, you are more satiated. We still get the hunger, which is why we have the butter coffees, drinking water, putting salt on your tongue. And so Dr. Ken Berry, I think, is going to go on to say that your body clock that decides when it's time to eat starts to work better when you come off carbs, come off sugar, come off all the bad foods, ultra processed foods, pizza, donuts, cakes, all that stuff, fizzy drinks, all that stuff. as your body comes off relying on sugar and carbs and starchy things like starchy vegetables, your body hunger clock starts to work better. So it knows when to eat. Where when you're addicted to sugar, when you're addicted to carbs, you're always hungry. It's the truth, guys. Do you remember, some of you, obviously most of you here are on the carnivore diet, aren't you guys? But when you're addicted to sugar and carbs, and you know, biscuits, cakes, donuts, pizza, pasta, you name it, sandwiches, bread, when you're addicted to all that stuff, you're always hungry. You're always snacking. You're snacking every hour. You're snacking at bedtime. You're snacking in the morning. You're snacking through the night sometimes. So that changes once you start becoming a carnivore or keto or ketovore. You stop snacking. You feel much less hungry, and of course your energy levels are 10 times more. 10 times more. Let's keep listening.
When you first start, when you eat all this protein and fat, that's carnivore or meat heavy keto, you're going to be full and you may not be hungry for a day or two. But as you lose your body fat and the connective tissue that holds it in place, that's fat and protein you're actually burning from your own body. When that gets to a certain percentage point, your hunger will ramp up and you'll be able to eat more. That will happen. You just have to.
So, JD Estrada, how are you? Who else we got here? Is fulvic and cumic acid good for minerals? Ah, right. Now remember, guys, the rope will be amazing. My husband goes completely away. Now remember, guys, I'm no expert on carnivore. Yeah, I'm just a guy at home who completely transformed his health. Do it, guys. I reversed all of my medical problems by doing this diet. So it's funny because I've just read a comment on here, but when I read that, it does make me think, the reason I'm on this diet is because it fixed my life. Same goes for Carolyn. Same goes for, Karen is at the early stages of fixing her life. Now, Karen, it does sound to me like, Karen, you've had a few tough days. Karen, have you? Because of feeling hungry, the side effects of your medication you're taking. I just say you just have to stick it out. Karen, my advice is you just stick it out. Stick it out. Go through the bad days. Go through the tough days. Of course, I'm a big believer that you must eventually wean yourself off medication. You must eventually wean yourself off medication. So stick with it, Karen. Stick with it.
You have to trust your body. Your body's been doing this. The DNA that runs your body's been doing this for a long damn time. Okay, it's got this. You just have to eat proper human diet food, proper human food, and eat it until you're comfortable with stuff. And your body will adjust everything in the background.
Especially
you don't even have to worry about it.
So I agree fully what he just said. Eat until you're comfortably stuffed, and the next time your body craves to eat, hopefully will be like 18 hours later. Yeah. Or it depends what time of the day you're eating. It depends how many meals you're eating a day. Because obviously if you're having a lunch meal and an evening meal, there tends to be only about 5 or 6 hours gap. But then you've got the fasting part, 16 to 18 hours. Half of that you're asleep. So your body, the body clock starts to work the way it worked 100,000 years ago. It's not tricked by the sugar. It's not tricked by the craving of sugar and carbs, starchy carbs. Yeah. So make sure you're eating enough. I'll have 6 eggs and a tiny bit of cheese. Great advice. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm not like, see, Carolyn, I couldn't eat 6 eggs. I could eat two eggs and a bit of steak, or I could eat, an omelette and a bit of bacon. I don't find my stomach's quite small. I fill up quite quickly. Even tonight, Carolyn, I'll have some lamb ribs and some pork bellies, and that'll probably be it. I put on weight fast. Even if I'm on carnivore, if I overeat, like fatty meats, I will put on weight. I don't really know why. I just do, even though I'm only eating twice a day. I don't cheat. Obviously, I went through a stage of having a tangerine or a grape, some grapes, but I'm pretty strict. Yeah. So I do find I will put on weight here if I overeat. So I do try and keep my portions quite small. Like today, I'm going to have some lamb and chicken. I won't get carried away. And then tonight I'll have lamb ribs and pork bellies. So, Deborah, so glad to be here with you, everyone. Please hit the thumbs up. Yay. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah. Anyone want to be a member of this channel? Please do, guys. Please become a member. Let's build up the membership here on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto as well. It means a lot to me. Right. So Carolyn, I have a big stomach for years of overeating. Yeah, but that, well, right, Carolyn, you'll call it big, but if someone else saw you, they wouldn't call it big. My wife always tells me she's got a big stomach, but she doesn't. I repeat, my wife always says to me, I've got a big tummy. You know, she's got a big tummy, but she doesn't. So remember, sometimes we think we're bigger than we are. So Carolyn, you're probably in better shape than you realize. We all have insecurities. We have goggle, you know, we look in the mirror, we see, sometimes we have a negative set of goggles on. I'm sure you look better than you think, Carolyn. Hi, Deborah Roberts. Right, let's press play.
Everything is working. If you're losing weight like a normal person, I don't mean dropping 50 pounds overnight, okay? But if you're losing weight, you're feeling better, your symptoms are feeling better, like all that. If not, then, you know, but this is, let me for just a second, put you guys in reality for a moment. This is a YouTube live Q&A where we can't really do follow-up questions.
Right, which is needed for, you know,
for a lot of questions.
Medical care.
Yeah, so in the group, pull up the link just in case anybody wants.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're in the pro group, you get a group Zoom call where, you know,
all right, we're going to pass this bit.
Type 1.5 diabetes, I mean your joints. For some people, it's just a few weeks.
And dive deeper because, like, have coaches in the pro group and coaches in the essentials.
So I can tell these next two questions that are asked are pretty good. Let's listen, guys.
If you want to check that out, you can go to PhDhealth.community. We have 2 different levels. See which one is right for you. But we will always be here on Monday Night Live. But just to be clear, most of these answers have to be generalized because we can't ask you follow-up questions.
Very good point. Very good point. Okay, let's see.
I don't know why I'm talking with my hands so much.
Did that one. Okay, Carrie says, how long on carnivore before arthritis improves? It depends on what's causing the inflammation that's inflaming your.
Now remember, guys, Karen, thank you. Karen's just bought me a coffee. Karen, thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. It's very, very kind. I love it when you guys send me a coffee. I really do. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It just shows me you like what I'm doing. It shows me that my effort is helping you guys. Yeah. So Karen, thank you. Right. So I think these next two questions are important. Now remember, carnivore diet can help you with your arthritis. People don't realize that. It can help you with dementia. People don't realize. Let's keep listening, guys.
Joints. For some people, it's just a few weeks and their arthritis is noticeably better. Other people, they have to tweak and experiment, maybe remove dairy, maybe remove all plants and go carnivore. And then their arthritis gets better in several weeks or a few months. It's different for everybody. Michael, what's your thoughts on being a type 1.5 or 1.5 diabetic? Is there such a thing? Yeah, technically, but you still need to eat a proper human diet. It's even if you have type 1.5 diabetes, it's going to give you a normal blood sugar, normal A1C, and a normal fasting insulin.
So it can help I know that it fully reverses type 2 diabetes. It reverses pre-diabetes, basically high blood sugars. You're eating all the crap. Your blood sugars are too high. Nothing's working properly. Okay. Oh, Pat, thank you. Pat sent me a coffee. Pat, love you. Thank you. Anyone wants to send me a coffee, guys? Love it. If you want to be a member, love it. Now, listen, guys. I just want to say that even if you're type 1 diabetic, which means you've either become type 1 or you were born with it. Yeah, it does help. It does help. It reduces the amount of insulin you need. Now, remember, insulin spikes are not good for you. Insulin spikes are I think, I'm not a doctor, are used to control your sugar spikes. Insulin is not good for you. In the long run, too much insulin can cause problems. This is what I've listened to Dr. Ken Berry saying. So even if you're type 1, there can be a benefit. So obviously type 2, 100%, 3-4 months, and you will not be type 2 anymore. You will not need insulin. You will be off medication. So it's a miracle, guys. It's a miracle.
Yes. Regardless of what kind of diabetes you have, type 1, type 2, type 1.5, type 3 diabetes, which is what Alzheimer's is increasingly being called, diabetes of the ovaries, PCOS, all these things respond to a very low carb, proper human diet.
See, that's just fascinating, guys. I find that fascinating. He said even Alzheimer's. It's just amazing.
Got it, Lawrence. Thank you very much. We got you. Zachary, any advice how to transition while working construction? I have a hard time knowing when I need to add salt. Sometimes I cramp.
I think, is that Pat said, stay away from zero sugar chocolate. Do you stay away from that too? Yeah, because it's a gimmick, isn't it? It's a gimmick. Yeah. What you really want to eat is the natural stuff. So fatty meat, eggs. Like even all these keto snacks that people can buy, they're just a gimmick. It's a bit like on cereals when they call it, when they make it with, all bran or when it's fiber. It's all just, if you want to have the right foods, if you want to eat the foods that we ate 100,000 years ago when we were running around peasants, whatever you call it, you wouldn't have found sugar-free chocolate in the jungle. You get my point? The more natural, the better.
Cramp because I like a salt, but other times I overdo it despite craving it. So how do you know you overdo it, Zachary?
So Deborah, you say your husband's diabetic. Is he type 1 or type 2? Type 1 or type 2? Because if he's type 2, this diet would really help him.
If you're craving it and it tastes good when you put it in your mouth, you're not overdoing it. If you're worried about some arbitrary amount of salt that some regulatory body said, don't eat more than this amount of salt a day, and you're a sweaty construction worker, ignore that, okay? It was commonplace back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and even beyond in some industries for people who sweat like a horse while they're working to take salt pills, concentrated salt tablets. And so, yeah, have your Redmonds in the little container and just take a pinch whenever you're starting to feel the muscle cramps and you're good to go.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I was getting cramps in my legs, but only in one of my legs, and the salt stopped it. Good quality salt. The salt stopped the cramps.
Somebody had a typo that was really funny, and she totally did not mean to typo you.
Can you read it?
No.
It's off color.
It is, but she didn't mean it that way. Believe, can you have your question again?
Well, you don't want to read it.
I can't.
Oh, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pat, well done. You don't have chocolate. Well done. Yes. Go, girl.
Audrey Lee, I have read a lot of the importance of vitamin D. I'm up to 20,000 IUs a day. Is that too much? Maybe, maybe not. The way you'll know is to have your doctor check a vitamin D 25 level, not a 1,25 level, a vitamin D 25. If it's somewhere between 50 and 100, then you're taking exactly the right amount of vitamin D. If it's above 100, you're taking a little too much. If it's under 50, you're not taking quite enough. 50 to 100 is the optimal range.
Good advice, guys. I mean, I like, you know me, I get out in the sun. I get out in the sun. Every day I walk the dogs, even if it's cold. It's good for you. Get out in the sun, rain or shine, it's good for you.
Roger, my wife is 74, started Synthroid 15-ish years ago, 50 mics, up to 88 mics now. Metabolically ill then, improved now. 25 mics last 6 months. TSH was 2.0, 12, 24, it was 3.29.
So just a quick bit of advice on this. If I ever watch Dr. Ken Berry and he's saying all these figures, because it's all gobbledygook to us, isn't it? We're just people at home. I look them up. I type it into my Google. I look them up. Like there's a word there, metabolically. I'll type in, what does metabolically mean? Then if there's any medications that he mentions, I look them up. What does it mean?
9 stop synthroid. I'd have to see your full thyroid panel before I could even give you any advice on that. And it still would be medical advice, but I can't do it just based on a TSH. If your doctor is trying to be her doctor by just checking TSHs, that's inappropriate. She needs a full thyroid panel checked. If you don't know what a full thyroid panel is, we list it in our book called Common Sense Labs. There's a link in the show notes on Facebook and YouTube.
You can also go to drberry.com.
It's there as well. That's right.
If you are ever looking for anything that has to do with him, go to drberry.com first. We try to keep it updated. We have.
It's a business, guys. They want to make money, which is great. They deserve it. They've saved so many lives. But Nisha's channel is amazing, guys. And I think it's Neisha. She's amazing. I definitely recommend you subscribe to both the channels. They're brilliant, the pair of them.
Have a website guy that actually does his job.
That's Dr. Berry.
Yeah.
Dr. Berry.
Thank you for. Do you have that on a banner?
Maybe. Let's see.
You really should.
Yes.
drberry.com. You can join the community there as well, but also there's.
Yeah, and I've joined the community a few times. It's brilliant. But I didn't stay on it, not for any particular reason. I like just watching the question and answer live streams. Anything I needed to learn was there.
There's links to.
Oh, Debbie, you bought me a coffee. Debbie, thank you so much. You worked out how to do it. Debbie, that's so kind of you. Honestly, it means a lot to me. It shows me that you care what I do and you like what I do. It means a lot to me. It gives me a pat on the back. It's like, well done. I need it. I'm a big baby. I need to have that pat on the back, say, well done. I like it. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Blog posts. There's links to his YouTube, to his Instagram, to his X, to his Twitter. How to download the free Proper Human Diet Guidebook. That's there.
We also have Proper Human Diets, sweatshirts, T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yes.
All that stuff. Just go to drberry.com/shop.
It's funny because they're talking about the T-shirts. I know that if we sold Team Elvis T-shirts, we'd sell loads. Do you agree, guys? If we had them, we would sell loads.
Before he just jumped into my sentence, you can also find all the books. So if you want to look for Lies My Doctor Told Me, Common Sense Labs, or the Kicking Ass After 50, all of those you can find on Dr.
All right, come on. Let's get on with
Here's
helping
the
people.
Dobsons, 6 and 9-year-old with ketotic hypoglycemia, sugar in the 40s, ketones over 5, endo says cornstarch at night to level out overnight. Any thoughts? So you've got 2 children who have ketotic hypoglycemia. So this is a genetic issue. And these are your 6 and 9-year-old of there's about 7,000 people in the United States.
Right, guys, my wife's home, so I'm going to have to shoot off. She's just going to tell me off if I stay on. Salt-wise, I always just buy a good quality sea salt. I'm going to have to go, guys. I'm going to come back, do a part 2 of this, so I'm going to go. Okay, guys? So thanks a lot. I'm going to go for a run, walk the dogs, bit of weightlifting, usual stuff. Thank you. Anyone that bought me a coffee, that's so kind of you. I'm definitely coming back on. My next live stream will be here on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. So please subscribe, please like. Thank you, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Gotta go. The wife rules. So Team Elvis rock. Team Elvis rock. Come on. Take care, guys. Love you all. You're so kind to me, all of you. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. See you in a minute.